Welcome back to The Power and the Glory. You know, as Christians, we all need guidance from time to time. The question is, where do we look within the Bible? Well, there's a very good scripture I've identified from the book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 16, which I'll read now and then get into its meaning. I will lead the blind by ways they have not known. Along unfamiliar paths I will guide them. I will turn the darkness into light before them and make the rough places smooth. These are the things I will do. I will not forsake them. So this is a verse about God's promise to those who are feeling lost or uncertain, a promise with a commitment dedicated to leading them in unfamiliar ways and taking them from darkness into light. It really emphasizes God's faithfulness and compassion, and the core of the message here is that God will not abandon his followers in the midst of their challenges, no matter how blind or lost they may feel. So let's get into a bit more of a detailed breakdown. The first line says, I will lead the blind by ways they have not known. Along unfamiliar paths I will guide them. This illustrates how God guides individuals down paths they don't know or hadn't traveled down before. God here acts as a staff and a guide to support and lead them. In this case, blindness probably alludes to their former lives of ignorance and spiritual darkness. He is leading them along unfamiliar paths while at the same time leading them out of that spiritual darkness. The next line says, I will make darkness into light for them and make the rough places plain or smooth. Here God is not only illuminating their path, he is leading them into spiritual clarity. He is showing them a better way. The inference here is that God's way will not only be easier to follow, but will also have fewer obstacles than the usual paths they choose to travel down. The final line, these things I will do, and I will not forsake them. Well, this demonstrates God's commitment to his people. And this parallels with the rest of the verse, which provides a calming assurance by God to those who are worried and uncertain about their future. The verse ends with his clear assurance that he will not abandon them, but rather be with them at every stage of the journey. The further takeout here is that if God says he is here to lead us out of darkness, then let's trust him to do it rather than struggle and try to do it ourselves. It's clear that God can help us emerge from challenging situations and has promised clearly in this verse that he's going to do so. So let's put our trust in him.